Welcome to PrimeTime TV, where we bring you the latest news and insights from around the world. Today, we're discussing an important topic that's making headlines. Has Russia lost China's support? With Chinese President Xi Jinping meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin on his first trip to Russia since its invasion of Ukraine, there's a lot of speculation about the relationship between these two superpowers. Are China and Russia still strong allies, or is there a rift between them? We'll be exploring this question in depth, so stay tuned. China and Russia's relationship. Over the past few years, China has become an increasingly important trading partner for Russia, particularly as it seeks to soften the impact of economic sanctions imposed by some countries in response to its invasion of Ukraine. While the United States has accused China of supplying weapons and ammunition to Russia, China has denied these allegations. However, it's no secret that China has been expanding its military production capabilities and is now the world's fourth largest arms exporter. According to Simon Wesman from the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, China's weapons are getting more advanced now, particularly in the area of drones, which Russia is very interested in. While China has not overtly supplied Russia with weapons, there's evidence that it may be secretly selling high-tech products that could be used for military purposes. For example, Chinese companies may be exporting semiconductors, often through shell companies in Hong Kong and the UAE, to Russia. Some Chinese firms are also supplying civilian drones, which blur the line between military and civilian purposes. According to Maria Shagina, an expert in economic sanctions at the International Institute of Strategic Studies, there is evidence that China is the biggest exporter of semiconductors, often through shell companies in Hong Kong and the UAE, to Russia. The US-based Center for Advanced Defense Studies also claims that Chinese companies may be sending electronic parts for anti-aircraft missile radars to Russia. US sanctions on Chinese firms. The United States has imposed sanctions on a Chinese company, which it says has provided satellite imagery in support of Russian mercenary forces fighting in Ukraine. This highlights the ongoing tensions between the US and China, as well as the complex relationship between China and Russia. Trade between China and Russia. Despite the sanctions and tensions, trade between China and Russia hit a record high level of $190 billion in 2022, a 30% increase on the year before. While Russia's trade with Western countries slumped in 2022 due to sanctions, China became its most important trading partner. Russian imports from China increased 13% to $76 billion, and its exports to China increased by 43% to $114 billion. Energy ties between China and Russia. Almost half of all the Russian government's annual revenues come from oil and gas, and its sales to EU countries have plummeted over the past year as sanctions bite. However, a significant amount of this shortfall has been made up with increased sales to Asia, particularly China. Russia exported twice as much liquid petroleum gas, LPG, to China in 2022 than it did the year before. It also delivered 50% more natural gas wire, the power of Siberia pipeline, and 10% more crude oil. China has refused to comply with the G7 group of economically developed countries, along with the European Union and Australia, which has tried to impose a worldwide cap on the price of Russian oil transported by sea. Instead, China buys Russian crude at market prices. There are also longer-term plans to expand energy ties between the two countries. They have agreed to build a new gas pipeline, the Power of Siberia 2, which began operation in 2019 under a 30-year contract worth more than $400 billion. China's relationship with Russia has become increasingly important in the face of economic sanctions imposed on Russia by Western nations in response to its invasion of Ukraine. China has emerged as Russia's most important trading partner, with trade between the two countries hitting a record high in 2022. There are also indications that China may be providing military support to Russia through the supply of high-tech products. though these allegations are strongly denied by China. The meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow is likely to focus on deepening ties between the two countries, including plans to expand energy cooperation. As the world watches the outcome of this meeting, it remains to be seen what the future holds for the relationship between China and Russia, and how this will impact the wider geopolitical landscape. Thank you for watching PrimeTime TV's coverage on whether Russia has lost China's support. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into the complex relationship between the two countries. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more informative content on global news and politics. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update from us. And as always, we would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think China will continue to support Russia despite international pressure and sanctions? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.